Hello and welcome to Old World Tech Fridays. How is everyone this evening?
Fantastic. I've realized I'm wearing my Moraes
Ah,
shirt that makes everything look like you're looking at a CRT monitor. So I apologize to everyone out there.
it reminds me of the movie Stay Tuned, where they got sucked into the satellite dish.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah. This is what I use to blend in. It's like my warship, my hiding, my camouflage.
camouflage. How are you this evening?
Great. I believe we're going to take a note out of your book and say it's been a week of Mondays for me.
Oh, it
Like
has.
you.
It has.
It's been a very long week. But thankfully, today wasn't too bad because it was a sort of a meet the creature day where we had parent teacher interviews. So
Oh,
I wasn't
nice.
too busy. And
Good.
Monday is Canadian Thanksgiving. So we're
Oh, awesome.
celebrating our Thanksgiving. Yeah, we do it
That's
about a month,
fantastic.
slightly more than a month before you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
still
yours
pretty
is
cool.
the 15th of November. Does that seem right? I don't know what it is down you got with.
No. What is it? The fourth Thursday, November?
Is it the fourth Thursday or the third?
Now I'm curious. Let's see. Thanksgiving Day 2024, fourth Thursday of November. So yes, I was right.
Which is what date?
28th this year.
20th. Okay, so yeah, so we're well over a month and a bit ahead of you guys.
It's a different number each year, obviously based on whatever the day falls. But yeah,
Yeah.
fourth Thursday.
Usually ours is I think, second Monday in October. I think that's usually how it works
Yeah,
for us. So
that's pretty awesome.
yeah, but yeah, so it'll be a day of turkey and Thanksgiving, and I want to say how thankful I am for all of our friends in the retro community and all those you tune in every week to hear. Usually
Absolutely.
three of us, or two of us, or one of us ramble on like an incoherent man trying to return soup at a deli. So
No soup for you.
correct.
I mean, this week has felt like that. No soup for you.
No soup for you.
Oh my gosh.
So who do we have in the chat, Frank?
Yeah, let's see. What do we got? We got Will, K-Mac Ventures. Hello, Will. We
Will.
got JC. Hello,
Jesus Christ is
JC.
in the house. Hey, Jason.
Frank S. Hello, Frank S. Francois. Hello,
Hello,
Francois. Let's see. Eric of Eric's Edge. Hello, Eric.
Hello, Barrick.
That is true, Eric. Let's see. Skipping down. CDI. Hello, CDI.
Yes,
And keep going. Mike of Mike's Future Retro. Hello.
hey, Mike. One bit.
One bit's here. Got bombs here.
I think that's everybody.
Hello.
Don't forget to hit that like button on your way in or on your way out, and we thank you for choosing us for your Friday evening entertainment.
That's right. Could have gone anywhere. Like Trina. She's
You
gone.
you could be watching Blossom.
Not here.
Or
That's true.
Full House. Or any number.
Or you could be watching from season 3.
Correct. Although that came out No. For us that comes out on Sunday. So I get it on Sunday.
We've had I think ours comes out on Sunday too, but I've seen the first 2 episodes. I think the third's on there. I just haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say the 3rd episode is out.
Yeah,
if you haven't watched From, highly recommend it.
It's actually a great show.
It's what Lost should have been.
Yes.
And it's filmed one province over from me. It's filmed in Nova Scotia, so
I think that's pretty cool.
And my brother-in-law's brother is one of the actors on it, so that's kind of cool.
That's really neat.
Yeah.
Thomas Armstrong, hello. Yeah. And Joe of Joe's
Joe.
Museum.
Joe. Now, just a little quick recap for anybody who is living under a rock and doesn't know. If you need anything for your 8-bit computer, you want to go to jcm-1.com. Find purveyors of all things retro. Always adding some new stuff. And in fact, this week they added some very, very cool vintage Macintosh stuff. Here we go. Of course, they've always had the cool joystick adapters and the new Pico Micro Mac, which I actually have one right here.
Did you see this Pico Micro Mac SD card?
Yeah. So that goes on your Micro Mac or your Pico Micro Mac, so that you're able to load and save files. Because there's some things, I believe Mac Paint doesn't load unless it can write to the disk, so it was crashing.
Plus, there's this Mac Pico vid.
This is pretty cool. But actually, I think if you scroll down a little bit, that one's cool but that's just video. Scroll down to there you go.
Combo?
The combo edition. This is the piece de la resistance. This is amazing. And so we can thank our friend Ron, Ron's computer video. Gut Bomb, I believe, was involved.
Now,
as was Joe.
This one does. I believe this works for the SE30.
I believe so. Yeah. Yep.
So you just plug this in between your analog board and the logic board.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you get some good video out.
But specifically, it works fantastic with the new freely available 3D printed case that allows you to create a slab computer out of a SE30 or SE motherboard.
Yep, that's awesome. Well, even then, I mean, it's way cheaper than trying to buy like one of the Radius cards or something like that just to get video output. This is way less expensive, but better quality picture too.
For sure. So, like, I have an SE30 board sitting here, or this might be an SE. This is an SE. I have an SE board sitting right here, and that was my plan for it. I think I'm going to order up one of these cards and print one of the cases and make a slab SE30.
Yeah. Joe just said he might be getting a large format printer so he could print those cases in a single piece for folks. Ooh, that would be cool.
I guess you're looking at the Prussian computer, Joe, or Pursa, I should say, or Pursa, whatever you pronounce that. They have a nice, cheap, large format printer. Cool.
So yeah, they got a lot of cool stuff on there. So that's the SE combo board. Still got some ATX breakout adapters, J2 breakouts, J12 breakouts, J12 pass through. The universal TTL adapter is still a good choice. Plus, you got your other clothing and other fine merchandise. That's right.
And of course, they also sell Ron's battery breakout board, which is
yes, I've
quintessential
got
for anything, awesome. not just Macintosh. I mean, that works for any computer that you're worried about where you want your battery to be saved.
Absolutely.
Stored. Jack CC8K makes a very good point. He says, "Where's the buy all button on Joe's computer store?"
That's right. You need a button that just says "Shut up and take my money," and it adds everything on that page to the cart.
Yeah, and then just gives Joe a direct connection to your line of credit.
That's right. Now I'm not sure. Prussia's got a bigger one, but so does what is that? That Mark Forged FX20 large scale printer.
Yeah, he said he's looking at the Solval 8V. I think that's a pretty big format.
Is that one of those ones that you see the YouTube videos where the people make life-size 3D prints that are super big and tall?
It seems like it's an open source printer. It is large format. It's about $600 Canadian. No, sorry, $600 US. It's about it's still $600 Canadian. Cool.
Is that SOVOL?
Yep, and it's an SVO8 open source printer pre-assembled.
Yep. How big is that baby?
Its print will do up to 700 millimeter. Or no, that's how fast it'll go.
I'm interested to see what. Okay, so print size. Here we go. 350 by 350 by 330.
Okay, so it's bigger than the.
So what's the? Let me see. Bamboo.
X1. Well, if you look at the diagram, it says that there. X1 carbon is 220.
Oh, okay. Yep. There you go. So that's quite a bit larger.
Yeah,
that's like
now,
double.
Joe, will you be able to do the entire? You'll have to be doing two pieces separately, obviously. But you think you'll be able to do the whole case top in one go with that, or will you have to cut it into two pieces? I can do the top and bottom. Yes. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you heard it here first, guys. Joe is a top and a bottom.
Vice versa.
One chunk. So he'll be able to do two pieces, a two-piece case. That's pretty cool. And what can we expect that to cost on jcm-1.com?
So wait, 2-piece cases in the top
It
and the
says
bottom separate, or the top and bottom are 4 pieces
no.
total?
Right now, there are 4 pieces. The top is 4 pieces. The bottom is 4 pieces. He'll be able to
But
print
he could print it as one.
one. Yeah,
Nice.
one. Yeah,
Okay, that's pretty awesome. I think that's cool.
that is cool.
Hey, Retro Tech Chris. Did we also say
And,
Jack 68K?
I
He's here too.
referenced him. I referenced him
Okay.
earlier, but yes, I didn't say hello.
Awesome. Hello, all.
So thanks everybody for being here. We're just talking about some of the awesome new things that have launched on jcm-1.com.
That's right.
Again, jcm-1.com, your fine purveyor of all things retro vintage technology. You need it, they have it. Check out jcm-1.com today.
Oh, so they make one with glass doors or just an open frame. I guess an open frame would be fine, right?
Well, actually, Joe was having issues with some of his PLA melting prematurely because it was getting too hot in his X1. So he actually ended up leaving the doors open. So
I had that issue with, what the hell was I printing? I was printing something on the printer and it kept getting too hot. I had to open the door.
Yeah. I think that's more of a PLA issue. So I've never had that happen with Pet G, but maybe it's because it doesn't get hot enough in the room that I have my printer. Yeah, he said he ended up removing the top off.
So the top thing, the glass. So where do you set your AMS then? Just off to the side?
It'll still sit on top if you properly.
Oh, with the glass gone?
Yeah, you might have to put something on
mine.
You might have to put something under it, but
just put ice cubes on the bed.
Oh, there you go. That works.
There you go. Nice. That's funny.
Ryan is bragging with all those Amiga 500s behind him. Well, actually, what you don't realize is they're Amiga 5000s.
That's right.
They're not. They're the Amiga 500s. In fact, actually, Frank, one of these belongs to Frank.
See.
Yeah.
And I will be sending an Amiga 500 that works. Because right now they don't.
But more specifically, a PAL Amiga 500 for me, which I'm excited
That is true. Yes.
Yeah, they're Amiga 50s. Very, very
50s.
rare.
That's right. Only a couple made. That's where they're at, right there.
Joe says his AMS sits up there fine without the glass.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
AMS is bigger than the hole, so
that's a good thing. It's always good when the thing's bigger than the hole, or just fits. Whichever.
What? Oh, right. The 1 meter square printer got moved to the fab unit. Francois, what are you talking about?
Trina. Yes, where is Trina?
Trina is currently hanging out with some cooler people than us.
Yes, much cooler than us.
Much cooler than us.
Indeed.
But
so cool they have a day dedicated every month.
Yes, to hang out to each other.
That's right.
Yeah, we have a weekly event, but they only get a day a month. So I
don't know if they call it an orgy per se, but something along those lines.
It's an orgy of the mind.
That's right. That's right. It's a mind share.
Oh. So apparently Francois has a 30 kilometers away from him. There's a 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter printer.
That's pretty large. That's a huge print surface. Like I said, I've seen YouTube videos where this one guy makes like this giant duck that's like huge. Like I don't know.
Sloopy says, "No wonder I can't get an Amiga.
Yeah.
Use people are hoarding them all." Listen,
did I show the Amiga 4000 last time? I don't remember.
I think you did.
Okay. Yeah.
You can show it again. I don't mind.
That's true. That's true. It's naked. I still have the side case.
Oh God! What a dirty girl.
But it's fully operational.
Ooh.
Turn around. Let it boot up. Think about life.
Cool. Francois says the same facility has a ceramic printer, so they can print in clay and they put it in the oven to make pottery.
Kidding. That's actually pretty cool. I've seen those house printers online where they do it like concrete.
Yeah.
You know, so that would be neat to see in person, I think.
Apparently, they're one of the guys in our local Volkswagen group. He was saying that they have that same technology now, but it prints in blobs. So instead of doing a long line of concrete, it like poops out little cubes of concrete.
Oh, no kidding!
And it just stacks them as it moves. Yeah.
Huh.
It's like Minecraft, but
yeah, that's
for houses.
Really neat.
I had a train of thought here and I just left the building. Oh, LTT has the ceramic metal 3D printer, so it prints in the impregnated like ceramic material that's impregnated with metal, and then they put it in the kiln. It shrinks by a third, but it becomes out as full white metal prototype thing. It's pretty cool. But it's
he-
$100,000,
So he bought Ocean Gate when they went out of business.
right?
Oh man.
No, they're still going through the courts.
Oh, that's gonna be a mess.
Yep, and much like
That's gonna be
hosing
a
out the
mess.
inside of the Titan sub.
That's right. That's gonna be a mess.
It's gonna be a mess.
Well, yeah, 3D printers essentially always from the beginning have printed parts for 3D printers because most of the kits that you had to buy in order to make it a decent 3D printer, you had to print a bunch of stuff with the printer.
Yeah, I thought like
to
the
upgrade
maker,
it as you go.
the maker bot. The first
Yeah.
like 7 things you printed were things to make the maker bot better.
Well, that's the same thing with the ANET A8. I mean, I had
Yes.
a couple of those, and same thing. Like you printed frame stabilizers, and then you changed the hot end and printed some stabilizer parts for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a.
What I want to get my hands on next is a filament maker, so that you can use your old waste filament or
They're pretty
Pepsi bottles.
expensive still. I'm surprised how expensive they are for what it is.
One I looked at, it was like $500.
Oh, that's not horrible. Last time I looked, they were like a few grand for one. I was like, holy cow, why does it cost that much?
But I want to be able to make, like, I want to, especially for class, it'd be cool to show the kids.
Yeah.
Waste filament reusers are a waste of money. I suppose if you're not, producing a lot of waste.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you had like a huge farm where you were like printing like 100 X1s or whatever, and you added all that poo together, it might be worth it.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking we're using other plastics for printing. Like
oh, that's true too.
Use like Pepsi bottles.
I did see a video recently where this 3D printer was taking their failed prints and putting them in this machine that shredded it.
Okay.
And then they used that to go through one of those machines to make them. Yeah.
Cool. So CDI says he would spend for a 4,000 with toaster and some Betacam tape units.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
We'll start the bidding at $7,000.
I don't have a toaster in this one yet, but I've been looking. I did buy the time board for a toaster 4,000.
Yeah.
So I'm getting there. I missed out on an auction for a 4,000 toaster earlier in the week. So
how much did it go for? Do you know?
It ended up going for like $200, which wasn't bad. But it's one of them things where, like, if you're not on the phone, like when it's getting close to the end of the auction, like you just miss it. Because there's no point in bidding way ahead, because then it just gets jacked up too much, the price.
I could show some stuff too, I suppose. I could show some of the.
I did get a couple things.
Oh yeah, what did you get?
I got a iOmega Firewire CD drive.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, those are handy. So yeah, excited about that. And then I've showed the X68000s that I picked up. I finally got a keyboard so that I can actually do more than turn it on. So the what is it? The mouse is on the way still, but I did get the keyboard. I did get some other stuff to try. I got this Fantic cordless solder iron kit.
Now, did you buy that because Action Retro told you to?
I don't really watch any of his videos, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
I don't really get time to watch many of anybody's videos.
His last video literally was sponsored by that exact.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
No, I've had this for, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks now.
Okay, cool.
But I bought this. They were having a sale, and I just happened to get it. So I got this, and I got this Fantic E1 Next workstation tool set.
Hey.
Just to try it out. And it comes with a little fold-down work area.
Nice.
And when you open it up, it's got, some plastic tools on there for like cell phones or whatever.
Some spongers.
Yeah. And then
nice.
It's got all the different bits and
cool.
stuff.
And how much was that?
I don't know. I have to look it up.
Frank, you're terrible at product reviews.
How much was it?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I got it on Amazon. I got no idea. But I got both of these at the same time because I thought it was cool.
Nice.
But I wanted to try the cordless soldering iron, but I have to.
Now, do you also have their cordless screwdriver?
Yeah, no, no.
Okay, 'cause
Yes,
they.
I do because it comes in that kit.
Okay.
I
'Cause-
have the tube with the
yeah.
screwdriver and stuff from before.
Yeah.
But I did finally get a cordless one with this E1 Next set. It comes with the battery operated one.
Okay.
Now I will say, if I was to do a review on this damn thing, which I haven't used it yet, I looked all through the boxes. Hey Garth, I looked all through the
Hey, Garth.
boxes when I bought this thing and could not find the tips. I'm like, great, Amazon sent me one
Oh,
that
they're
somebody
in the
already
drawer.
opened. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the color tape that they put on the bottom of this thing that says they're in the drawer was very difficult to see. So I'm looking everywhere and I can't find the thing. And I'm getting ready to order another one just to get the tips. And
Right.
then finally I saw the little thing that said press. And I'm like, oh, well, there you go. They're in
Yeah,
the
I
box.
think they might have that problem a lot. So like that was one of the things Sean pointed out in his video.
Yeah.
Very blatant. He was like, "Yeah, this is where the
Well,
tips are."
I mean, they print it on clear plastic tape that says tips are inside.
In
But
black
they
on
used
top of the black base.
yeah. I was like, well, I can't see that. I didn't, I'm digging all through the boxes trying to
Yeah.
find the thing.
Funny.
And hang on, where are the boxes? I saved them right here. So yeah, the Fantic Next NEX T1 Max is the cordless solder iron.
Yeah.
And then I've got the Fantic E1 NEX workstation. That I was trying both of those out. I haven't used them yet, but those came, I don't know,
Cool.
last week sometime.
Awesome.
So those were from Amazon. I have a 600 PAL that sits right now, so it makes me question if I get around to a 4000 workstation setup. I still have to get my cluster of Sun Ultra 5s reset up for my NIS NFS cluster. That's pretty cool.
I was going to say, if I had a toaster and an Amiga 4000, I would just have it streaming all the time to a YouTube channel. I'd have to connect a video of some sort, video source of some sort to it, like a kind of like Clint.
Cool.
Clint has Bird Cam, so something similar.
Oh yeah,
but analog. Right?
That would be cool. I think that would be neat.
Kind of like what Joe wants to do with his weather station, but with like an Amiga.
Yep. Let's see.
Yeah, I bid on something today at the auction. I'm just trying to find it here. Yeah.
I started buying some random electronic parts, so I found these cool test clips for chips that you can slide the little thing under the chip and then connect your lead wire to it.
Oh, cool.
So it's easy to get to. I think that's pretty cool.
So I'll show some of what I bid on today. Present. Share screen. Share. Can you see?
Let's see. Oh, look at that old phone.
So it's interesting because it only rings. You rotate this unit.
You crank it to generate the charge that rings the other phone. Yep, so I've seen those. Yep,
it's like a point to point. So I thought that's kind of cool. Might be a good movie prop, but I think it'll just be cool on the shelf.
My stepdad had a couple like this, but they were a wooden phone cabinet.
Okay.
You hang on the wall, and it did the same thing. Like you hold the thing to your ear, and you just wind the thing, and it rings the other phone because it generates the charge.
And then I think
that's cool.
Bid on this because
that's nice.
It's a laser
special widescreen edition.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
And it's a laser disc. So my hope is if this is an estate auction, that if they had laser discs, they probably have a laser disc player.
Sure. So I mean, laser disc players are still pretty easy to find.
But they're stupid expensive.
Quite regularly, yeah.
But they're stupid expensive. I threw out like 3 or 4 of them at the school years ago because.
Oh yeah.
Why do you
back
use
then?
them?
Who cares? Right? Yeah, nobody used them.
But now looking back, I'm like, they were all Pioneer units and they were all really nice. I remember they were very rarely used, and they were in like dust covers, and they were just in the storage room. But anyway,
they our high school science department had one, and they had like an astronomy thing on it on the laser disc, and that was the only disc they had. That was it. It did one thing.
Funny. And then I guess I can show you some things too. So, for those of you who don't know, High Bids is is an auction site that does all across North America and some Europe too, I think. I'll often go on HiBid's main website and just search all of the auctions for stuff. Basically they're like an eBay for auction houses in local areas.
Yep.
They allow them to host their own little online auctions, and they don't take as much as eBay. And anyway, so I'll just share my screen here again. I often sometimes I'm showing you sort of how I search for stuff, but sometimes I'll jump on HiBids and I'll just type in something like IBM.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can go through and you can keep a view on the comments, see if anybody wants me to stop and look at anything. But basically, there's IBM. Well, they call it a computer, but this is clearly a terminal. There's a pile of keyboards, another terminal. I actually have this terminal here, the 5291. I have one of those. Oh, wow, blast from the past. IBM line printer. But I remember, I can't remember who was saying at VCF Midwest, they really wanted an Aptiva.
Oh,
Here's a black, no thanks. Here's a black, is it an Aptiva? No, it's a Think Center. So it's a P4. But look at that. It's a nice setup with the black monitor. I just like the Darth Vader-y looking IBMs. Apparently it's America, so you can also get carbines.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, so then I can also search Macintosh. I totally spelled that wrong. So yeah, Macintosh. Here we go. We got a bunch of stuff for sale here. Wow, look how gray the keyboard is not sun damaged at all. Oh, careful. There's a printer here for sale. Here's something for you, Frank. You need this on the wall.
Oh, that is cool. I like that. That's pretty nice. That's in Kentucky.
And then a lot of times they will ship, so there's apparently you can also get Macintosh toffee. That's kind of cool. Here's a power book. Oh,
I hit the wrong
button. Oh, I was like, what happened? Where did they go? Here's a power book for sale.
Oh, that's nice.
Currently has 3 days left. There's one bid of $1 US. It's in Pennsylvania.
$1.
Comes with a completely unrelated shitty HP printer. What appears to be a small form factor HP computer underneath it.
Not bad.
Anyway, so yeah, if you guys ever want, I find the prices on this are also way better than eBay. And you have to see if the seller is willing to ship. Usually shipping is determined after the auction's already completed, and you have to work it out with the person. But you can look up things like,
that's pretty cool though.
What's another old computer brand? Commodore. Search and anywhere. Search. So we got a few Commodores here for sale. You'll see these sometimes like Commodore PET show up. Ooh, you get a set of Holden Commodore wheels for all those. And this is in Australia, so obviously not going to be for anything in America. It's one thing I will say, be careful when you bid on it, because you'll see sometimes it does show auctions from everywhere.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful about making sure you don't buy something in a country that you can't get at home.
That's right.
Right, but yeah, so there's there's often like 2 or 3 pages of stuff. Anybody have any suggestions what we should search for? Any Commodore phones? Garth. Yes, here's an original first gen Lisa. With it comes this eMac.
With an eMac. Oh man.
Garth or Eric says sometimes shipping is very expensive with many of these sellers.
Yep.
I find the stuff in Canada is not unruly. Like it seems like they're pretty good about shipping. Now, obviously, I can't say what it's like in the United States, but I
Let
use
me
high.
look.
Who else can I look up? What else can I look up? Give me some suggestions. Search Optiplex. Okay, yeah, let's go search
boy.
Optiplex. Oh, we want anywhere. Search. There you go. Just walls and walls and walls of Optiplexes.
Oh, they're everywhere. Dime a dozen, the Optiplex. Let's see.
But again, if you're looking for a cheap new desktop computer for home,
That's true. Can't beat the price.
can't beat the price.
That's pretty good.
These are all. These are coming. These are in Canada. So right now, its bid is $2. So where in Canada is this computer? North York, Ontario. So Trina, you can be buying computers from here.
That's right.
See,
Resell
this is a
them.
2020 model. It says.
Buy them cheap and resell them.
Yeah. Well, if you get these for 15 or $20, and you could probably sell them for $100 each, especially around Christmas time when people are looking for little computers.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, it's a bargain.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not trying to show you how the sausage is made here, but this is sort of where I spend some of my time because I despise eBay. I try to stay off it as much as possible. Search Vio. Yeah, I usually search Vio. That's one of the other ones I look for. Nothing. Let's search Sony. So there you go. There's a nice big old Trinitron. Here's a nice Sony reel-to-reel, an original or older Walkman. I won't say original. All right. Sometimes you'll find some deals to be had.
Sun deals.
There's one we can look up. Sun Micros. Sun
right.
Computer. A lot of Polaroid stuff and nothing really Sun. Oh, look at these. Now, everybody should have at least one or two sets of these.
What is it?
Yeah. Do you remember these Harman Kardon
yep.
speakers? I believe they were also branded LabTech.
Search Furby for Garth.
Furby?
Garth likes all the Furbies.
All right, Garth. How many pallets of Furbies would you like? We got them in the. We got the free range Furbies here. Look at these must be the McDonald's toys. They look like the McDonald's toys. It doesn't say, but they're too small to be real Furbies. Here you go. Here's an original. Look at that.
Furby. It's only $7 right now, and it ends on Sunday.
Look,
Rescue that Furby.
It's in Delta, Ohio.
Oh, that's not too far. Oh, wow. Lots of Furbies. Holy cow.
How about this like knockoff Furby? Look at this thing. What a freak.
That's an interesting one. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's an interesting one, that one.
Anyway. Search dashboard Jesus.
Oh my gosh. What was that old jingle? I don't care if it rains or freezes. Just as long as plastic Jesus riding on the dashboard of my car.
Yeah, plastic Jesus on the dashboard of my car.
Plastic Jesus on the dashboard of the car. Joe, will you pick up that Furby for me? A new service by jcm-1.com, transport. He'll go
Furby
pick up your
transport.
auction wins and ship them to you. Oh my gosh.
What was the other one? Somebody else. Piles of garbage. All right.
Shopgoodwill.com. Let's see what we got here.
All right. So let's see what you got at Goodwill. See, we don't have that in Canada.
Well, they keep all the good stuff to list online, and
Right.
then in the store they really don't have much. At least here.
Isn't Goodwill a big scam? Kind of like Value Village is here.
Depends on who you ask, I guess.
Like, isn't it owned by a person? And
I wouldn't donate money.
Can you search Atari 2600 Combat?
Here's not a bad one. So TRS-80 micro color computer in the box. Model MC10. Time left 2 hours 59 minutes, and it's only $56.
Nice.
That's not bad. Pretty cool. That's on the Goodwill auctions.
Please help someone kidnap squawkers and put them up for auction. Oh, you got to look it up and show it on the screen. Shopgoodwill.com item and then
Oh my gosh.
put it on the screen. Do it.
K-Pro 2. K-Pro Professional. I just typed vintage computer into the Goodwill search, and there is all kinds of stuff on here.
Item.
Apple computer. Let's punch that in. See what we got. Oh, we get all kinds of stuff. 3 days. No, it's ending soonest. Yeah.
6980. Oh my God. It is actually squawkers.
Show it. Let's see.
How did somebody get squawkers? This is terrible.
Oh my gosh. Ha! Fur Real Friends Squawkers Macaw Talking Parrot. Current price $42.99.
Wow. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, there's been bids on it.
You should start a GoFundMe to save squawkers.
Oh my gosh, that'd be a funny. I'm looking to see. There really ain't a whole lot of decent stuff on the Goodwill site. All the bids are Garth. Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. So let's see what else. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I really got anything else this week, to be honest. It's been crazy. It's been very hectic.
Oh, apparently, high bid. There's an Apple II monitor stand.
Oh, for a 2C? Or like the flat one?
It just says Apple II Euro Plus.
Then the flat one. Hang on, what was that?
And to answer the question, there are many copies of Atari Combat.
Oh gosh, yes.
On high bid.
I have a 48 terabyte iSCSI for sale. Anyone looking? Where's JC located?
He's in Newfoundland.
Oh yeah, that won't help.
48 terabyte iSCSI, eh? That would be awful useful for my Plex server.
That would be. That benefits me as well.
I will give you $13 Canadian.
How much are you asking for the 48 terabyte iSCSI?
Yes. Also, where did it come from, Jesus? Did your father make it? Or did you just will it into existence?
So the Drobo, I gotta look that up. I put 14 terabyte drives in the Drobo, but I haven't used it.
I gave away my Drobo.
Well, I have 14 terabyte drives in it because I upgraded them all, but I haven't done anything with it since then. That just reminded me.
You should take it out and build. It's pretty large rack mount. Oh,
I have.
Send me some pictures, JC. on Facebook.
Yeah, send some pictures. I'm curious. This is a project I fully support.
So does the local utility when I turn that on. For
Oh,
the
I'm
first time.
sure. That's
Came from
why.
an oil rig or some oil refiner. I don't know.
So that's exactly why we're turning on the nuclear reactor at 3 Mile Island. Not for Microsoft, but we're sending it to Newfoundland for
Well, you see,
Ryan's.
it's funny. We actually have a gigantic hydropower project that produces way more electricity than we need. So, giddy up.
There you go. Have them run a line out to the backyard.
Right.
Yeah, I gotta see. I don't know. I haven't used it since I put it together.
I gave away my Drobo because I got sick of just how terribly unreliable it was.
Well, I haven't used it since I put the drives in it.
Yeah.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them in there.
So what I would do is I take those drives out and I put them in an actual computer and I'd run Unraid.
Well, hang on, because I bought one to do that.
You did. Yeah, and Drobo is now out of business, like Joe said.
Hang on. I did buy a server here to put it in.
It's okay, Eric. He's just making a lot of noise.
Yeah. Nothing actually broke. Here we go.
Oh, you got a Hewlett-Packard workstation.
Yeah, so I've got this ProLiant ML30 Gen 9 sitting here.
Perfect.
So,
how many drives can we stuff in it?
I don't know. That's what I was going to check. So the front has room for 4. I just pulled the front off. It's got 4.
4. But what about the inside?
Inside, not really a whole. Well, hang on. Not really a ton of space.
Down at the bottom there, I think that's a couple of drives can go on their sides.
Hang on. Let me see.
I mean, they don't have to really securely attach. You can just kind of let them float around in there.
Yeah, because it's going to sit on the desk and not really go anywhere.
Exactly.
It's at least 2 because it's got arrows here for a couple.
Yeah.
So I would say another 2 at least.
Okay.
So that gives us 6. How many were in that? 8?
8. So we probably jam 2. We can probably jam 2 up in the optical drive.
Yeah, because I'm not putting an optical drive in this other slot. Yeah. So look at that.
Well, I would take out the main optical too. We don't need it.
Yeah, I don't need that. I just need the USB. Now it also does have, obviously, because it's a server, an onboard USB slot inside.
Correct.
So yeah, so that's a good project. It's got RAM in it too. I don't know how much, but
we'll unraid the shit out of that, and you'll be
that'd be awesome. Because I've got a lot of stuff on my Plex, so this is 4. So it's got 16 gigs of RAM, so we'll have to upgrade that.
Yeah, 32 or 64 for sure.
Yep. That's a good project though, because right now this thing's not being used for anything. Neither is the Drobo. So
yeah. The problem I had is iSCSI. I used to use a lot with my.
I used to use it with VMware.
Yeah, I used to use it a lot with my Apple setup, but then the driver for Apple iSCSI, you have to pay for it because it's a third party app, and it just you'd always have to pay for it because every time they'd update the OS, the driver wouldn't work anymore. You have to buy the new version. So I think it got to the point where we upgraded to like 10.8 or 10.9, whatever that was, and it was like, no, we're not spending another $300 on a license. This is ridiculous. So I ended up sticking it on a Windows server, and that worked fine for a while. But every now and then you just go out and it would be off. And you're like, why are you off? And it wouldn't give you a reason for it for being off. The iSCSI would just say the iSCSI interface for the Windows machine would just be like, it disconnected. I don't know why.
See, I used to use it for VMware for ESXi.
Yeah,
I would map it as storage pools.
Yeah, and that's what I was using in Windows. I was just using iSCSI Initiator in Windows to make them just like storage spaces for a hypervisor, which is fine. But anyway, what is it? I ran my home VM request on iSCSI over 4 1 gig cards per server. Simple load balance. Yeah.
Yep.
I just rolled out a 10 gig fiber connection in a client's office. It was kind of cool. It was the first big 10 gig fiber I've ever done.
He's gonna go get the model, JC, of that iSCSI.
Perfect. Yeah, I actually rolled out. We ran the fiber. I had the fiber terminated by a local company that came and
Mhm.
terminated it for me, with this lovely setup of Panduit and Corning equipment, and then I hooked it up to a bunch of switches. So it was very straightforward.
Corning's like an hour from me, not even about
Oh,
40
the
minutes.
manufacturing?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% easier than LCAP and or LCAP
NFS,
and
yeah.
NFS. Yeah.
Yep.
Again, if you live in the Mac world, iSCSI can be a bit of a bear. But if you're in Windows or in Linux, it is as straightforward as it comes.
Unless you're like Steve, who has the old Xserve.
Right.
Yep.
Speaking of which, I have a gigantic box full of Xserve drives. They're the big ones, the 900
Oh, geez.
terabyte one or 900 gigabyte ones. The ones,
900K.
yeah. I'm gonna mail them to him just because yes, LACP.
Dell
Yeah.
Ecologic PS6500. Yep. They work well. I have a NetApp disk shelf somewhere that I was using as JBOD for
Oh yeah.
storage. Yep. On one of my Optiplexes.
So
It's
was that a storage server before that was
that was
Mount
before EMC bought Dell.
or Dell bought EMC? You mean?
Well, same difference. They both suck.
Yes, 6500. Just out of curiosity. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yep. That's a bigger one.
I recognize it now. What is your power consumption? Well, it's certified for AIX, so that's always good.
Let's see.
Also
What
certified for
power
Mac OS.
supplies?
Power usage is it has 3 440-watt power supplies.
Oh, that's way less than I would have thought.
Yeah. But I guarantee you the fans sound like a small Boeing taking off. Heavy as hell, yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I would have been interested in that for cameras, but now that Unify does all the cameras, I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yep. Now, I have a Nexus 7000. Was one of the core switches I used in my Cisco lab, and it has a 7.5 kilowatt power supply. It's got two of them, but you only have to run one. But yeah, 7.5
So
kilowatt power supply.
7,500 watts.
Yes, with
So what do you
just
plug it
one
in?
power supply on.
So what do you plug it into? 220?
220. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, it complains if you only have one, but it'll work with just one. But yeah,
It's just a switch.
yes.
What the hell is it doing with that much power?
It's because of the bigger chassis, it holds multiple parts.
Oh, gotcha. I understand.
Because
Sorry.
they use.
I was thinking or like little.
Oh God, no,
2U, 1U rack.
No.
Like, why?
So the N7K, I mean, they have some small. They have a 4U one, which I wish I had at the time, because I kept looking for one, but even used, they wanted a ridiculous price for a used one. But you run dual supervisor cards in it,
right?
And then whatever line cards you want. And then they had FEX cards for it for the fabric extension for them. I don't know what power supply. I don't have it in this one. I have a 3850 Catalyst 3850 switches.
Okay.
Yeah. But the main switches that I used to run in the other cabinet of the other house were Nexus 3K switches and 9K switches. And they were 2U.
Right.
But they were loud as hell. You can hear them in the driveway, even with the garage door closed.
Yeah.
They were loud.
I'm probably going to refresh my Plex box shortly. I've got a client gave me 2 8 terabyte hard drives. Just they didn't need them anymore, so I was like, "Oh, cool."
See if I can find a picture of the rack from the other house. Hang on. Let me see.
Hey, Rudy, are you working tonight? It's Rudy, so I'm guessing the answer is yes. He always works.
Um, Where's the old house? Hang on. There's some of the switches in the old house because I had the UCS server in the other rack.
Oh, just finished work for the night. Well, have yourself a fantastic break then. It's Thanksgiving in Canada, as I'm sure you're aware. Are you planning on having turkey this weekend or doing anything fun? Joe says, Rudy.
Yeah, because at the other house, I still use the Cisco WLC to run the Wi-Fi access points before I bought the Unify stuff.
Yeah. Unify made so many things so much easier. I got to say, I'm very impressed with their camera system. I'm very, very happy.
I haven't used it yet. I still use the Reolink ones.
Yeah, well, now that you can add the Reolink cameras to the Ubiquity camera system, yeah, they opened up for OnVIF compatible cameras.
Oh, that's pretty cool then.
Yeah, so you can mix and match.
So you can use their NVR and everything?
Yep. The only thing you don't get is any of the AI stuff doesn't work on anything but their cameras.
That's all right, though.
Yeah. You found your Boxy Box, JC? Oh, man, I remember the Boxy Boxes. The future was so exciting when the Boxy Box came out. You were thinking, oh, wow, it's a computer that I can, Android phone that I can type thing that I can plug into my television and stream stuff to it. Man, it was good times. We used to root and hack the crap out of those things to make real cool set-top boxes. Yep, no, 2010. Yeah, I remember well. Yeah, 14 years ago. Rudy's having some barbecue steaks on Monday. Nice. You're off all of next week. Awesome. Are you going to be working on anything cool, Rudy? Any cool projects coming up with any of the stuff you're doing?
Me?
No, Rudy.
I was going to say, I was messaging Joe.
Messaging Joe?
Yeah.
What were you asking Joe? Dear Joe, has our check cleared yet for peddling all this JCM-1.com garbage?
Negative.
No, well, then I can't call it garbage.
Couple capacitors from Joe.
Oh, that's right. Yes. What is it you're recapping? Some sort of...
oh, no. It was the 2E card for the... Yeah.
Oh, Rudy says, yes, a special board for the SE30. That's exciting, Rudy.
I got to remove the 2 original caps on this 2E card and recap it.
Ah, gotcha.
Because I don't want... I mean, it looks like the one might have leaked a little bit. It didn't cause any damage, but you could see a little crud on the side here.
Yeah.
So I want to clean it up, but before I try it. Yeah. I don't want.
Are you going to try your new soldering iron to do it?
I am once I try to charge it. Yeah.
Nice. Well, we're heading to about an hour here now. I don't know if you have anything else to do, but I am dropping from a very long week of Mondays.
Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been crazy. I will stay in chat offline on the Discordia.
Very good. Well, everybody, thanks so much for joining us this evening. Anyone have a motherboard they want to sell me? I have an SE30 right here. You can have it if you want it, Rudy. I think I told you that before. It's all yours if you want it. It's whoever did the soldering job for the recap did a terrible job, but it was actually me. But you're welcome to. But I will deny that I ever touched this with the soldering iron.
Oh,
but you're welcome to have it.
JC says, thanks for the stream, guys. Always look forward to the evening with you guys. Now, last week was a bit of a faux pas. So, like, I wasn't feeling well. So I bowed out earlier in the day, but I didn't get a chance to check my messages from Ryan and Trina until later in the evening. And I was like, oh, were you guys streaming? And then I popped on and I realized that Trina wasn't feeling well and neither was Ryan. And I was supposed to cancel it and then totally forgot until last minute.
So
literally last minute, like the stream was getting ready to start.
We try to do these things regularly, but sometimes they just don't happen. And
yes, exactly.
You know what? It is what it is. But yes, we thank you for your patronage. But
we try to make it every week.
We try to make it every week. next week we'll probably have. I think I'm going to have a few new things to show off next week.
Awesome.
Next week I'm also doing a show on Saturday at our local library with other retro guys in our group.
Oh,
We're going to be showing
fantastic.
off some retro stuff to some kids, so this should be fun. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, if you guys feel the need to, please hit the like button and share our stream. We do this once a week. We're not very active other than that. You know,
Yep, that's true.
scattered special, scammer warning news feed. But besides
That's
that,
right.
not much. And the it might be time to have a little recap on that at some point. So maybe
That's
we
true.
can plan some sort of recap and get Big Steve in and yourself
Yep.
and Ron and see what's going on. But anyway, thanks everybody for joining us. Feel free to hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and as always, have a
Shop at
fantastic
jcm-1.com.
shop at jcm-1.com and have a fantastic evening. And again, thanks for being here.